Alright, we should be live. I need to get my phone. And again, as usual, also I need my playlist. I forgot about that. As with the ones before, we're kind of just chilling, and I'll be doing my own thing. So, I have one goal, which is in the title. I want to start on the TD500. You're probably really confused what that is. I'll tell you very soon. Let me get my chat here, so I can actually read. Which is in ATM10. I would like to try to accelerate my, because I think there's an acceleration card. I haven't tried it yet, but I know it exists. I want to see how you make it and how fast it is. And if it's just like mechanism, maybe just put it in, or if I need to do something else. Beyond that, I mean, it's whatever comes to my mood, honestly. And why did I put the top problems, not ToF? Because I would like to see the ToF Tower Fantasy. I would like to see the new update, but at the same time, I also want to play ATM10, and I can't do two things at the same time. So I'm not sure if I'm like gonna try it later, or if I'm just going to try it tomorrow or something like that. No idea when. But yeah, put that in the title because we might actually switch games. It's very unlikely. I don't think I will. But yeah, I mean, if it's not today, it's gonna be soon because I really want to try it. Outer Space, it is insane. I logged on today. I didn't go to the new area yet, but I checked on the quest list, and yes, you can go directly to it, which is what I'm gonna do. I know I am gonna be late on story because I stopped at like 4.1. I didn't play after 4.1. So I missed a lot of main story, but I don't care about that. At the moment, I just want to see space. I might have to like watch videos later. I mean, not watch videos, because you can play it. Like, I'll play it off stream and stuff, main story. But like, I might need to rewatch the story of 5.0 later, because otherwise I'm gonna forget the content. It's gonna be complicated, because I'm essentially going forward in story and then going back. Either way, that's not for right now, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, TD500, Tunnel Destroyer 500. I'm calling it 500 based on the days of that have the world. So if you look here, it's 531. That's the current day. Much like, for example, the Lisbon Metro, their numbers are based on that. But anyways, that's the idea behind it when I tried to make a name. Like, I have an idea of just calling it 9,000. I wanted to give a number to it. Well, you know what, that's kind of lame. What if I make a better one? You know, like, 9,000 is a cool number. It's kind of just a meme at this point. I don't know why people say 9,000 specifically. But if I make a better one, like, I don't want to have that name already spent, so I called it 500 based on the day. But anyways, the train's not made yet. I want to make it. But there's a Apotheosis boss nearby. Hold up. It usually doesn't drop much stuff, but... What? What? How the heck did that happen? Wait, I really should decrease the difficulty. I got to, like, what's the name of the difficulty? That was my first death with vibranium armor. Control T. Summit. Things are getting hard. I mean, was a single zombie earlier when I was recording something to send to someone with my contraption took a while to kill with a vibranium sword. So, but that straight up killed me. We're going back, but I'm gonna decrease the difficulty because I don't like things being, I mean, for bosses, sure, but whenever, because I mean, it does have its benefits. More experience. What? It just died. Frostbite 8. Oh, that might be why. I think it does damage over time. We killed him after we died. Okay. I have been getting surprisingly good armor. I got this like just a moment ago before I started the stream. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I also got a few receipts from one of the Mystical Agriculture Quest rewards. I know it's from Twilight Forest, but I've never been there yet. 11.75 armor, which is surprisingly more than my vibranium chestplate. But so yeah, I mean, it's insane. I think it has, yeah, it has a lot less armor toughness, so it's not worth it, but still. And now I got this. Again, a lot less armor toughness, but it's not that bad. Night metal gleaves, that's a new item. A new night metal. A new metal, whatever it's called. I've never used it. It's from the Twilight Forest as well. flawed gem of the samurai. I mean, it's not bad, but it's probably not the greatest. I'll just store it there. So yeah, I'm gonna decrease the difficulty. I mean, I will activate it later, because I mean, it does have its benefits. In order to get the mythic and flawless stuff, you need to like have all this equipped, but I'm not doing that right now. Oh, apparently I'm only on Ascent, which means I'm not even in the highest. I think it decreases. How much does it increase? 12, 10. It gets a lot harder. Which means, wow. Wow, that's probably gonna make them. You know what? I'm gonna activate it just to check it. If I go up to a random zombie, how much damage is it gonna do? That one has a wooden sword. I mean, look, it's breaking through my armor. Hold on, there's a creeper nearby. I'm sorry, you gotta go. And I can no longer one-shot them. So, yeah, I'm decreasing it. Just for now. Whenever I do like something besides the Unobtainium dungeon, that's already hard enough. But something that I want to get items for, then oh, that's not a wooden sword, that's a steel sword. Then I'll actually equip it back on. Alright. So goal of today. I wanted to start, I say start because I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish it, on my Tunnel Destroyer 500. There's a few things I want to do that my contraption doesn't. Place tracks, number 1. Number 2, I wanted to be able to place stuff underneath the tracks. Number 3, I wanted to be able to remove water, so I gotta deploy blocks in front of it. I think it works. At least I saw it someone using the Just Create series that I've been watching, which is with the Create mod, and it worked. So assuming from that video I do it properly, I think I know how it works. So yeah, that, and yeah, mostly that. And I also, yeah, placing train tracks. So we're actually going to be using a train this time instead of a contraption. Which, I mean, they work the same way, but the contraption is on vanilla rails and it can be removed. Trains will stay on the tracks. And they have train stations, they have a whole lot more features, but yeah. So we're going to need train tracks. We're going to need all these chests for storage, but let's focus on the utility first. Let's just, actually, I should probably just put it in the backpack. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll just put everything in this backpack. And I'll prepare the stuff in advance. I'm gonna need a lot of deployers, a lot of drills. Get more train tracks. So all these. I believe I also need contraption controls, but which I've never used, but I've seen people use. So I hope I know how it works. I think you just gotta put the item and it will basically. Oh yeah, I need one more thing. Mega torches. I don't want mobs annoying me while I'm trying to build. So I want to disable mob spawn in that area. So I'm gonna need 2 mega torches should be enough. Like, let's say 3. Mega torch. This disables mob spawning within a 64 block radius. We'll need some gold blocks. That's doable. Apparently I'm gonna need more gold soon. And I might as well craft a whole bunch, like 12. First things first, 1 is going in here. So no mobs spawning outside. And I need this area to be safer. So that goes in there. Alright, where am I going to... I'm thinking over here. Is it a little bit too small of an area though? I don't know. I guess we can tunnel through that if we need more space. But I'm thinking around here we build our little train. Because it's gonna need to be on tracks for it to properly work. I'm gonna put another one there. Okay, that should prevent mob spawning in most of the places. And I am going to get rid of this squid. If you're wondering why I got so much EXP, I enchanted this sword. And it has knowledge of the ages 3 and looting 8. So yeah, that's why. It gives a ridiculous amount of EXP whenever you use it on mobs. Alright, so let's begin tracks. I think that's what we'll always start with. Some train tracks. Probably branching off the side here. Somewhere around here. The train, it doesn't need to look good. It's temporary. I'm gonna remove it. I don't know if it's enough space. Hold on. No, I'm gonna delete it. Should delete everything, right? Yeah. I'm gonna want to make it so it's a little bit more to this side, to the middle. I think that should be fine. Then everything else. can be the rest. Okay, wait, let me mark it where the turn ends, so I have an idea of how much space I have. I don't know if we're gonna need to like extend this. I don't know if it's gonna be enough space. I think it is. I hope. We might need to go into the water a little. All right, then we need to place. I don't think we. Yeah, we need to craft train controls as well. But let's start with the rest. I forgot to craft train controls. The train controls. So let's say that's the drill part right there. So I'll be placing it around here. That's far away enough, I think. So this would be in the middle of the tunnel. And the tunnel is 19 blocks wide. I remember that. So 19 minus 1, that's 18, which means 9 blocks in each direction, plus the one in the middle, of course. That is exactly how large we need our drills to be. So I'm going to start placing the drills around that. So we go forward. Let's say we place the drills right here on the front. 1. That's the wrong direction. Okay. Just break it. Now it needs to go 9 in each direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a second. Did I count that? No, it's without counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god, this water is gonna be a great thing to test out whether the water remover works. Actually, no, because there's a source block over there. But we'll test it out soon. Wait, I forgot. Stopped counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So that's our floor drills, but now we need to go all the way to the roof. Which is why it's a good thing we're building in over here, because it should line up. 1, 2, 3, 4. It needs to be 9. 5, 6. It should be all the way to the roof. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, all the way to the roof. Just like that. Now we just gotta fill the entire thing in with drills. Which could take a bit. I'm gonna activate the over mode. I know it does spend a lot of energy, but it's okay. It makes these things easier. I need to also reduce the speed. It's a little bit too fast when I'm trying to build. Yeah, look at this. Much better. It's like creative flight, nearly. Not the same, but close enough. Alright, and I need to go down here to place the last one over here. I need to go up as well. It's a little bit slower going up though. So that's a flaw. So that is tiles we need to make it. Okay, now we just fill in everything else. And drills are set. Well, set mostly. Because we're actually going to need like 10 more drills. 10 or 6 depending on what I decide to do. I think I'm going to make it... We only need 6 to make it function enough, but I might as well build out the entire ToF. I think I'm gonna make it 5 of ToF, 3 for the track to be on, and 5 because I think it would look better with some ToF on the sides instead of just being under the track, and then we'll worry about the rest. Yeah, oh, yeah, wait. Just kidding. Dark, so dark only. Is it darker? It might look darker on the stream. Hold on, let me see if I can. I suppose I do have a mega torch. I'm gonna need to remove it later because this thing counts as a block rather than a torch. I mean, for the drills. But yeah, I hope that helps a little. Might need one more here. But yeah, we are in a cave, so. Welcome, Doe. Nami, hope you're doing well. Just need to place all of this. We are definitely gonna need to go back. I don't have super glue either. Alright, I mean the drills are made. But now I need the pliers. The issue with the pliers is I'm gonna need to set them so they use cobblestone. For every single one of them. While some of them are gonna be hidden, so I can't really select. I hope it stays, because if I have to reset it for some reason, I would need to break every single deployer. Well, nearly everything. Hold on. Okay. So yeah. Wait, you still can't see, by the way? Did it not help? Wait, let me check my own stream. I mean, it works for me. Like, I can see it. What are you making? Is it just such a huge delay? Did I place the torches already? Can you still not see it? Because it looks fine on my screen. I checked the video, the stream. I mean, it's dark on some spots, but not where the build is. So basically, I am making a TD500. Okay, joking. A tunnel. It's a little bit darker on here. That is true. But I mean, if I place a light here, I guess for now it's fine. But I'm gonna need to remove it very soon. But yeah, I'm making the Tunnel Destroyer 500. But basically, it's gonna be much like my contraption, which I can show you. Hold on. I need a track, and I think I have it with me. Yeah, I do. I have some tracks and rails. Sorry, this is a contraption, not a train. But the one I'm making is gonna be a train. Well, not a fancy, cool train, but more just like a function kind of train, because I need it to clear out the tunnel. Much like this, which is my old contraption. You can see it has the same exact drill size, which would drill through things. That's how I made this tunnel. I mean, I'm not crazy enough to dig this all by hand. I might be crazy in other things, but not on this. So that, I mean, it's still a little bit crazy. But anyways, I mean, other people have made way crazier stuff than me. So, anyways, so yeah, I'm gonna make this, but on a train. And I'm gonna make it so not only does it drill stuff, but it places blocks in front of it. So when you place a block on a solid block of water, on a water thing, it removes that source. So if you were to place blocks on every single thing in front of the drill, it would remove that source in theory. Unless it comes from above, which we might have some problems, but that we're just gonna have to deal with it by hand, like manually. So when it does that, and if it drills in front, assuming it can run normally, I think it can, it basically would remove all the water, which is a big problem in my tunnels. Wait, let me increase the speed of jetpack, it's a little bit slow. Because these kind of things are all over the place. Sometimes it just goes straight up underwater. And I can't be having that on a railway. So I gotta remove it. So that's my next thing, which are gonna be done with these deployers, which can place blocks. I gotta position them properly though, which, like that. And if I place cobblestone, it would basically place the cobblestone if it has a chest to take from, which we'll deal with later. But yeah, that's the idea. And I wanted to place tracks, so number 3, I'm gonna need deployers to place tracks and the blocks below it. And I mean, yeah, it's basically that. Which, I mean, easier said than done, because this could take a while, but that's basically my goal right now. That's what I'm trying to do. I need to get a sword out of here. And I believe you... Oh, it's from above. Oh, that is... making my life harder. Okay, we're gonna need to place the first row first, and then filter it. I really hope the filters don't reset whenever I do something else, because otherwise I am absolutely screwed, because I'm gonna have to break the every deployer and then rebuild it every time. I don't think they reset, and I hope they don't, because otherwise this could take a while, because you can only access it from above. But above these I'm gonna have to place more deployers, so once I place those I can no longer edit the filters. So I hope those filters stay. I'm just gonna use cobblestone because that's gonna be a very abundant material. Again, these are all temporary blocks, so I don't care. Boom. That's the first layer. Now just 8 more. Just like this. It should have, yep, it has the filters above it. So now we just do it all the way. Can I do this? And it still has them above? Yeah, I can. I can't be placing that yet. Yeah, it does work. Okay. Momoro no Kage train. Doesn't that have something to do with the train? But I forgot, to be honest. It has a 2DMV, right? I don't remember if I saw it. Like if I saw the 2DMV though. I'm not sure. Alright, now I go above it. I hope this works. I'm building this based on what I saw on someone else's video, but I didn't see them make it, so I'm kind of hoping that's how it functions. You know, we really should run a test. We have all this. Let's try to run a test, which I'm gonna need to build some other parts of the train first, otherwise I can't. This isn't the train yet. So let's do a little test. I'm gonna need to break this light. So apologies if you can't see much, but I need to build stuff here. Alright, so the andesite casings, assuming this works, we could keep it for now, I suppose. Andesite casings, that's what I'm gonna build most of the train out of. I could use train casings or another cool block, but I'm broke, and I'm gonna leave the actual cool trains for when the train, you know, a proper train is actually running. Anyways, place a little platform starting from here. It's gonna be 5 blocks long. Another good thing with the train, while it cannot stop, you can't put it in your inventory. There's no size limit. Well, there is, but it's a lot larger. So you should be fine. But I don't know if this is too big, actually. This might be too big. It's not a wide track, which don't exist here. I hope it does. It's fine. But I guess we'll see soon. I think this might be like the max size we can do. I don't know. Let me try it. So now I'm gonna need to place tracks here. Okay. Now fly on top of it, and I'm gonna break, say, this block right here. And this is where I need the train station to be. For now, just for a little test. We can try it in a different location later. So let's test something. I'm gonna place train tracing, preferably outside of the radius, so we don't go breaking through it. Create new train. Okay, the bogie should be right here, so 1 block below it. Yep, so if we use a train casing on that, she'll make a bogie. Okay, bogie created. I know it looks absurd right now, but then we need chests, otherwise this thing cannot place anything. So let's do that and place a bunch of cobblestone in it for the test. Okay, then we're gonna need train controls, otherwise we can't move this. We're also gonna need a seat. I'm gonna place 2 seats actually, so we can sit on. No, it's optional, but I want it. But most importantly, train controls. Oh yeah, your opinion, top 3 favorite ships in Project ships. I can't speak on Project Sakai. Out of power. What? I'm sorry, running into some issues. Oh no, it literally is out of power. I thought it was some kind of connection issue. Well, I'll solve that with a nether star generator real quick. Alright, that should fix it. Now I can access my storage again. But yeah, favorite 3 ships. If we include non-romantic ones, Emu Miku. I love how hyperactive they are. Like hyperactive besties, honestly. And then afterwards it's this one more romantic in nature, probably. I guess you can consider it that, but I'm not much of a shipper, so you do you. Mizuena. And afterwards, honestly, I don't know what's afterwards. I'm not sure. But I think those are like the 2 main ones that I really like. Oh yeah, wait, I'm forgetting someone important, Emunene. You can really tell I haven't been playing much Project Sekai, my bad. Emunene. I cannot go without mentioning that. Oops. Will this work? Assembly failed. Oh yeah, I don't have super glue. No, that makes sense. I need my super glue. Hold on, I need to go back. Wait a second, I haven't removed that contraption from there. Hold up, let me pick it up before it makes a mess somewhere. You can't do that to trains, but you can do that with thing. Oh yeah, also contraption controls. We're going to need them. So, contraption controls. Contraption controls. Let's make. We're gonna need more than one though. We're missing andesite casing and a button. I have the andesite casing. I just need a button. Which apparently, I don't have enough resources for. Alright, quick fix. Alright, a 2 at least should be enough for now. You have the train controls, right? Yeah, place them there. Now I just need the super glue. Which this one should be enough. I mean, poly counts. I guess. This is even bigger than my score on my test. I'm sorry to hear. Damn. Just like that. I placed them in the position that I probably wouldn't want. So I think this thing is also wrong direction. Alright, so contraption controls, let's put them right here. I really want to make a... Okay, this is temporary anyway, so I don't need to care about that. But if I place like a deployer here, does it work? It does. I think this will stop and activate the deployers. If I activate... Not what I wanted to do. If I deactivate it, it should mean it's disabled. And if I place a drill here, deployed actor is on. Then we can turn it on and off, I think. I think that's how it works. So that is great quality of life. Now I'm gonna need my train controls in here. Now I need to just glue this entire thing together. So it's one single train, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if we can connect directly to the players. We gladly can. Okay. Now connect to that. Connect these to that chest, temporary chest, but okay. Okay, now we need to connect these to the drills. Gladly they seem to be connected together, so that's good. Let's go ahead, place them until... Okay, I'm going into the water. Place them until right here. And this should work. I think I connected everything. What happens if I then go ahead? It worked. All aboard. It placed the cobblestone. Now can it move forward? And I'm gonna need to go to a different location to test this out. So I can disable the deployers. Deployed actors off. Deployed drills off. Actually, we're gonna need to drill through that a little bit. It reached the end of the carriage. Okay. We need to place this elsewhere. Alright, so... What I want to see is... I'm going to need to take this train elsewhere. How did I do that? I think you can right click. At least I don't know if you need steam and rails for it. Because I need to be able... Can't relocate. Yeah, I want to relocate it. So this should change the direction. Now I need to make sure to turn off the drills. I hope it didn't break any tracks. Mechanical drills are off. Mechanical deployers are off. Now if I go on here, it should work. It should still go through the tracks and all that. Oh, wait. No, it should be fine. It should be fine. Wait, I know it's not. I need to go through the middle. Which means I need to make a new track here. Hold on, leave the train here for now. But this is cool though. Assuming this works the way I think it would, it should. Yeah, right here on 0, 0, that is the middle. I will need to remove these tracks because they're in the way. Let's see. It will not clear out the water actually, but it should still move forward. If it moves forward, it will not move forward because I don't have tracks here. Okay, I will place the tracks for it. Good point. But it won't work. Unless... Wait, I still have an idea. I need to place the tracks before the drills. So it still would work, yeah. It's... okay, I don't think I can test it properly yet. We're gonna need to get building, and the testing is gonna have to come later, because without tracks, I can't test this in the long run. I think it works. It placed it, and it should still move forward. And then it will place in front of it, right? But I have no way of testing right now. Hold on. I gotta return this. That is not what I wanted to do. Click a track to relocate to. Now I need to approach the station. Okay. Disassemble. I think it will work, but I gotta do more work on this before I test it. So all the cobblestone is working. Okay. Now I need to ensure, now that I know this will work, I am going to break a lot of stuff here, because this is not how I'm gonna have my setup. Before I start keep working on the deployers, I'm gonna do a little bit of work on the on the front here. So let me break this. Oh god. Forgot about that detail. Alright. So platform can be 5 long. Is what I'm seeing. So we can start by making a 5 long platform. I wonder if it can be 7 blocks long. I don't think we necessarily need it actually. Because firstly, I need to set this a little bit back because I'm gonna need space to get my track placer in and stuff. So we're gonna need a few more stuff out in here. I can't make it otherwise. So I don't know how big this is gonna be able to. So that is gonna be our next little test. Sure to place it outside of the radius. And now if I were to assemble a new train, create a new train, it would be right here. So this would be the point where I want to bring my train. There's a lot of space in here to place a lot of other stuff. And then we have all that space over there as well. Interesting. I think it could be fine. You know, wait, there's still more tracks though. But no, it ends there. I think this is as far as I can. Unless, can I make it a larger one? If I extend this like this. Can I make a very large bogie like this? Can I make like a huge thing? Okay, you know what? I have an idea. I'm gonna need to test if it even works first. I need to test if it assembles, basically. So I'm gonna run a few length tests, essentially, to see how much I can get away with in terms of size. Then I want it to connect here. It's gonna be a very large carriage if this works. I think carriages can have up to 2 or 3 bogies. I think it's 2 bogies. So at least that should work, but they're so far away from each other that I'm not sure if this will actually work. Can I still make it even larger like this? No, it looks a little bit crazy how big it is. But you know what? Let's find out. It's gonna be the most insane tunnel machine I've ever built. I ran out of andesite casings. You know what? Some wooden planks. I don't have enough. We'll need to make more, but okay. I just want to at least test it out. And I mean, this will be like the walls and stuff on the side. So we're gonna use panels. But anyways, we got that sorted. One thing I want to test is my track placer. So how do I think tracks there needs to be a block in between. So if I were to place it here, I think it will only place... Wait, let me think. There is one block in between this and the floor, right? Yes. So if I were to place a deployer here, it should place on the block below it. So I think I need to place it actually above. I think that's it. I'm going to test out a deployer here. Clearly, I just need to replace it right this. I'm gonna look a little bit earlier. Something like that. Well, it should place the tracks that I'm gonna need. At least that is the idea. Alongside that, we will have our little two things right over here. Which one of them is gonna be for the deployers, and one of them is gonna be for the drills. Then I'm gonna need my train controls. So I'm gonna place them right here. Then I'm gonna need a seat. Well, I don't need it technically, but it is pretty handy. A seat right next to it so I can access it more easily. Alright, so I mean that's what I would need. Second thing I would need is of course chests. Which I'm thinking, assuming this all works properly, can I just put them on the back here? So they would be on the back. Something like this. Of course I would need tracks on it. So fill them up with tracks. Okay, it's test. I don't want to fill them with too many, just a little. So we would have this. I forgot a plow, which is basically to remove tracks because I'm not gonna have infinite of them. And this is a temporary thing. But since we're testing it, I'm not gonna do that. Because we also still have to make other stuff, and I'm gonna need to go through that path again. So I guess we'll make the path already. So, doing something like this. And it should place those tracks. I'm also gonna need to place a lot of cobblestone. Well, not a lot, because I'm still testing. But let's try this. Assuming this works well, I might already keep it as it is. So now we have that. It should place tracks, assuming I actually give it a little command here that I want tracks to be placed. Again, if the blocks doesn't have anything there, it will not place it, but that's fine. Oh wait, I will also need something like to place a block under it in case I run into like a cave and stuff. Same as before. So I will want, in fact, I'm gonna be using 3 for these. I will want something over here, and over here. Nothing for the middle. I'm gonna use polished stuff is what I would like to say, but we are running a test here. I'm not about to go make those materials. Let's just place some stone here, and I'm gonna be using stone. I'm gonna need a way to access it though, so I'm gonna need to break this temporarily. Stone. This is so annoying. Okay. I think I need to place it like this. Yeah. So we got stone over here. Same for this. We got stone over here. So these place stone, those place cobblestone. That drills. The stones should stay. We got the tracks. I think this should technically work. Now the only issue is size. Is it gonna function? Or is it gonna break? Only one way to find out. Oh, it's not glued together. Okay, hold on. If this works, this is gonna be really cool. This is a single carriage, so I didn't even know it was possible to make that big. Selected area is too big. Yeah, we're gonna need to make it like small glues together as we glue this entire place together. That's okay. Will this be connected? It will. Okay, that's nice. Now we need to connect everything that is above, one block above, like this, including our drill and stuff. Connect this to the deployer, which I'm then gonna need to connect over here, which I'm then gonna need to connect to the drills, and we gotta clear this mess. 43 blocks. It's only clear cobblestone, right? Yeah. all I need to do now is do that. Of course, connect these together. I mean, it should be working. Oh wait, I still need the chest to be connected as well. Alright, let's test it. There's no way this works. What? So now we have a way to place tracks. It should block the break the blocks in front of it, right? It should also place cobblestone only on the first 2 layers, because I still gotta do it. And it should place stone under it if it runs into a cave. Make sure the drills are enabled. I can enable and disable at will. Yeah, they're enabled right now. It should technically make its own track. And it is still breaking the cobblestone. Oh, it's not breaking the cobblestone. We do have a problem. So this thing sometimes doesn't break the cobblestone. But if I go back, what happens? Okay, what's the problem here? Is it what I did? It's breaking the cobblestone, but sometimes it's a little finicky, I think. Okay, it's a little finicky, but it works. The thing is, I'm gonna have to deal with it because... Yeah, well, I mean, I think once you get into the flow of things, it's already moving. I think once you get it, the flow going, it's already moving. When you start moving it for the first time, I think it's a little bit glitchy, but that's okay. Because we're gonna need cobblestone out of it once we get through it. I'm seeing derailed train a lot. I think no, I mean, the trails are fine. I think it's normal because we're still placing tracks and stuff. Roadkill. Run over an enemy with their train. What? Yeah, but you see, we're not placing enough cobblestone because look at this mess. Wait, stop moving. Disable the deployers. Run back. But now for the test, can we remove that water if we make it, well, the entire layer with cobblestone? I think it should work. It's placing the tracks, but it didn't remove the water because the source blocks are up here. And actually, we're gonna have a problem with this because it goes above. These are the problems that I can't fix unless I place blocks above the tunnel. Oh. Gonna need a few more deployers, I think. That is a great idea. Why didn't I think of that earlier? But I want them to be disableable, though. So... right. But then I can't place the drill above the... No, I can't. Wait. I had an idea. Can contraptions work inside trains? Interesting. Gonna need to do a little test. Let us start with normal pistons. Sticky pistons. Do we not have enough to make it? Oh, that's annoying. I can make it here, I think. Oh, no, we can't. Okay, just pistons, then I'm gonna need to craft sticky pistons if this works. So, say we place a few pistons here. We have our drills. They need to be facing up. I had a brilliant idea. If you give them a redstone signal, again, it wouldn't be pistons that I'm using actually to create stuff, but just for a little test. So let's say a lever. Will they? They can't move mechanical drills, sadly. But what if I made a mechanical bearing? Hold up, I am gonna be testing stuff. Mechanical bearing. I think it's linear chassis that they're called. No, linear chassis. I think linear chassis work. So secondary linear chassis and linear chassis. Yeah, just linear chassis. I think it's what it is. So if I do this, gonna need a good 19 of them. And I gotta test something right here. But it's gonna be a mechanical piston. If we do need to do something, it will be a mechanical piston. But I just really want to check, can drills move in this, in trains? But I guess I could craft a mechanical piston already. Wait, can I connect a mechanical piston to a linear chassis? It's gonna need to be a sticky mechanical piston though. Piston extension pole. Not gonna need that many, but yeah, just put them in the system. The issue is I'm gonna need a sticky mechanical piston, which again we're gonna need a slime ball for. Wait, I think we can do this. Yeah. So just do this. Mechanical piston to make a sticky mechanical piston. But these work based on power. Can I use a hand crank to power it? Okay, so sticky mechanical piston, gonna place it a few blocks above. Piston expansion poles, I'm gonna need them. I wonder if it will work. And linear chassis. But they're gonna need to be facing like this. Yeah. And then can I connect them like this? I can. Okay. For now, let's test out with like 5. Okay, it's a little bit more than 5. I guess I'll just place one more there. And then I would place the drills in here. Now I know they will not function, but in a contraption you don't need power, so I wonder if that can fix it. So if I do place a hand crank here, there's maybe a little bit too many. It works. Then if I want to reverse it, thing is I would need a way to reverse it. Yeah. Wait, I know how to do that. There is something that reverses stuff, right? Okay, is it a gear shift? Yeah, gear shift. Gonna need a small cog. So if I get a gear shift, a lever. So instead of being directly, like say we'd place that here, place a mechanical crank there. You need a lever that can enable and disable at will. But sticky mechanical piston, unless I'm connected to the others, yeah, I don't think it's gonna work directly like this. Unless, how do I? What is the secondary linear chassis? Is it like a sticky version? No, it's not. Do I need to glue it together? Maybe. Actually, now that I have that, I guess I could maybe just... Maybe I don't need this. I guess they would all need to be connected somehow. Anyways, let's take this to the train. I don't know if it's gonna work. My first test is do mechanical pistons even work when in a train? Otherwise, we could really just stop being lazy and and fix the ones that have water from above by hand. That is also another option that we have, you know. But either way, So we place some. Right, it's the train. I gotta temporarily disassemble it. So we make our little small platform over here to place our mechanical piston. Not in that direction, no. So something like this, temporarily. Boom, boom. Extension poles, just one. Then I'm gonna need gear shift, lever, hand crank, and a single drill for the test. And I'm actually gonna build up a block right here. So here's the thing, assuming this works as it should, the drill should break the block once it's extended. But it might not work in a train. Wait a second, I didn't, right. Okay, technically I will need to connect these, otherwise it's not gonna work. But I don't want that to be a part, actually yeah, hold on, I don't want that to be a part of the train anyway, so I don't need to connect it now. So now I go at super glue, gonna add these temporarily, all these pieces. Now try to connect it, it might not work. So far it worked, but I mean the extension isn't gonna work. Yeah, it doesn't function. You cannot use, you can use a lever, but you cannot use hand cranks in or power all any of these during in a train. So no, that way will not work. We're just gonna have to stop being lazy. Alternatively, yeah, no, because the problem is why I was doing this is because I need a way to disable specific deployers. Because I don't want to have the roof one always active, because sometimes we're just going over caves. And they're not bad. I mean, I like the scenic route. I could also destroy it later, but that would stop the point, because in the water place it would flow through. For now, we'll do it manually. If we need a machine later, we can do it. Alright, let's keep working on the rest of the train. On the stuff that I'm gonna need. So, another thing I'm gonna need to make, firstly, this is assembled? Yes. Is I want to place tracks on both sides as we go through, and ToF. So, if we go through here, we would want the tracks 1, 2, oops, going too fast because jetpack. Want the tracks 1, 2, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks to the side of the centerpiece, which means I think we're gonna need to expand our train. I don't know, I guess we're testing it again. How much can we expand it? But we're gonna need to do it a few more blocks. The issue is I did run out. I'm just gonna have to use wooden planks for the test. So I need 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're also gonna need to place stuff next to it. So something like this. A little platform for a test, and we're gonna need to get more andesite casings. So if I glue all this together, so I need to fix this mess. But yeah, if I glue this, will it still make a train, even though it's quite wide at this point? Yep, it makes a train, no problem. So we're gonna make the platform a lot bigger. We're gonna need a lot of andesite casings for that. Let's go craft some more. I don't think I'll be finishing the train today, but we'll hopefully do a lot, and then we can test it next time. Because I do want to do other stuff as well, not just the train. Andesite casings. I don't think I have andesite alloys. Not enough, at least. How many of these do I have? Need more iron nuggets, that's easy. Okay, a lot of these items are gonna go for now. Now let's see how much you can make. Now, how much do I have? Is the next question. Let me hide everything away. We don't need this for now. Andesite. We have 34 of these as well. We have 763. So that'll be great. Now we're gonna need stripped logs. Don't have a lot. Okay. Quick machine. We can make a mechanical saw. Deployer, which we have plenty. Mechanical belt, which we don't have. Alright, we're gonna need to farm a little. I tried to prevent this by crafting more, but it seems we've already ran out of stuff. Always need to farm more, but it's okay. Temp pad, should be my stuff. Right, I died, so it should be here. I figured out why it disappears sometimes. It's because it automatically goes into my curio slot for some reason. Alright, we'll go home. I guess we could maybe edit the one we have over there. No, we still need more. I still need more, yeah. I'm gonna make a specific one for andesite casing is done in the laboratory. Alright, so wait, the issue is power. No, we'll make a temporary one, because I wouldn't have enough power. But we still need more mechanical belts. So I'm gonna need to grab a few. Somewhere here, I think I planted kelp. Yes, I did. Look at that. That should be enough kelp for a while. Okay, 3 stacks. Also gonna need some shafts. What? Oh, wait a second. I feel like I know what happened, but I don't like it. I think we just wasted it. Kelp? I think I needed to use a campfire. Oh my god, that's why, isn't it? Yeah, because I used the wrong item, it destroyed it. It burned it. Because create differentiates between smoking and blasting. So we kind of just screwed ourselves up, honestly. I'm gonna need to get more kelp somehow. I need to power my jetpack first, it ran out. Right, I gotta go home. I moved my stuff over there. Alright, so I don't have great power down here. I'll just smelt it the old vanilla way, fine. Can at least get some gold upgrades. Wait, I could do a factory upgrade. Factory augment, right? That's the thing. Yes. Need a piston. We have plenty of those. I have an idea. Factory augment. Crystal. Furnace. Energy pipes. Do I happen to have like rock help here? No, we're still gonna have to go out and get it. Okay. So we're gonna have to fly around a little, I guess, to find it. Wait, which direction have I not gone in? I wonder. Seems I haven't gone much for the northeast kind of side of things. Let's go over there. Oh, we needed to lead into an ocean, which there it is. What the heck? That's a cool village. Wait, turn on magnet. Yeah, that's plenty. A few more then. Alright, now we have all that. Put a crystal furnace. Right here. Actually, I think we can technically place it next to an energy cube. And so long as we have that as an output. And if we give it a factory augment. Where did I place it? There it is. It should work. Yeah, there it is. Instantly has power. So I don't need the energy pipes. And now we should be able to cook this pretty much effortlessly, gladly. There we go. And we already have enough. Let me make 18. Then I can make 3. Alright. Slash, oh wait, that slash home is now at this place. Now I need a deployer, which I happen to have here, I think. Yeah, I kept them in there. So now I should be able to do that. Now I only need logs, but I have wood essence at the base, at the thing. So I think the best way is probably steal power from this. Yeah. Look at this very convenient conveyor belt that's already here. And very convenient. Create components that I no longer use because my storage is gone. So I should be able to just steal from my own place. There we go. Might need to make like a temporary platform of sorts though. Okay, so 2 of these. Temporary platform. Actually, no, I can extend this for now. Because I don't need it yet. Because I'm going to place a deployer here. And the deployer is what it's going to give the andesite alloys. Now we need first a way to strip those logs so they're not just basic logs. So this is where that comes into play. But a mechanical saw needs power from the sides, right? So actually that's easy. Because we can do this all the way. Now I should be able to do that just as easily. Get some more stone. And now I can get a shaft in here, another one. Mechanical belt. Place like this. And this leads to a chest, which I already have here as well. And we're gonna need 3 chests, actually. And I'm also gonna need some item pipes. So 1 chest here. Let's put a double chest actually, so we're gonna need a few more. 1 double chest here. And we need to carry items there, so we're gonna need an energy, an item pipe. I wonder if I can steal from my basic. Wait a second, I'm not using that, right? And you know what? This chest is plenty of space. We don't need this for now. I'm gonna take it out. Just one should be enough. Because now we need a way to make this have the stuff that I need. There we go. Now just set some chests there. Sure the items are going from there. Give it some andesite alloys. Place the other ones in there. So I can restock. And I think it should work already. If I place any log... Also, this is not set up properly. What? I think this area is glitchy. Yeah, very glitchy. Oh, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead, get some wood essences, because I don't have it. This should make plenty for us. Okay. I hope that's enough. It should be. And it should also work properly, I think. I might want to do a little test with just one log. Oh, wait a second. I forgot one very important thing. I need one of these. Yeah, that's the problem that I was thinking of. Because this thing can technically craft 2 different types of stuff. I don't know why. But I need it to only do stripped oak logs. Otherwise, we're going to have problems. So filter it. And throw this away. Remove that. Should work now. But it's not going... Oh, wait a second. This thing needs to also be... Yeah. We need to invert the rotation on this. Is that even possible, or do I need to... Do I need to basically make it so it's... Oh god, I nearly died. Okay, hold on. This thing, I don't think it can power it. We gotta do something weird here. Actually, there's no need for this. Can also do this, and in case chain drives right here. So now everything is running, but I think I need this to be opposite. I think that might be the reason. So I need something like this. A gearbox. So this. And is that casing? Wait, there's no need. I can't technically just do this, right? And it will invert it. Yeah, wait a second. I don't even need the shaft here. There's a way easier way to do this. I'm pretty sure that if I just place 2 cogs instead, it would work. Yeah, there we go. Except it's not. Why is it not working? Oh, I need to power this. Small oopsies. Stop that. I mean, it will still be fine. Because it should still pass through it. But I want to stop this just in case. Okay. Alright, I need to power that. I forgot about that little detail. Direction doesn't matter. So. Again, we can probably just extend this. And then do something like this. Wait a second. It has to be from the sides here. But I should be able to just rotate it, I think. Just let me. Okay, you know what? Whatever, we'll do this instead. Like this, and use that little gearbox that I originally made for different intentions, but I guess this works. It's just a temporary one anyways, I don't need it to look good. And it should now be running. Yeah, it's running. So if we let this thing run, it should now automatically make andesite. Yep, andesite casings. Andesite casing machine. And I think even if I threw this in here, it should still function, I hope. Well, I guess we'll find out once he gets to it. And I think this is the part where I go get myself some water while this thing runs automatically. Just need to make sure it's chunk loaded. I mean, it should still be chunk loaded from there, but I'm gonna increase simulation distance to 16 chunks. And this will make it run, basically. I need to get some water. And I'll take like a 3 to 5 minute break probably. I feel like it should be good to get some air. So yeah, I'll BRB while that thing runs itself. See you guys soon. Alright, I'm back. Let us see how that thing is. Wait, I think I need to disable the BRB. But also, I think I'm probably gonna switch to something else in a little bit. We're not gonna finish it today because working on the same project for longer times, I eventually get started to not want to do it as much. So I want to do something a little bit more exciting, and I'm thinking we try to go to the unobtainium dimension again. Maybe it's about time. I mean, oh god, I nearly that thing. Like, if I go on here, I can't die. It's not as dangerous as the crushing wheels, but we can still technically die on it. But yeah, we should have plenty of andesite casings. I think it is enough. I guess I'm gonna keep letting that run. I mean, we're always gonna need more anyways, and it's about to stop anyways. So yeah, keep that running. In fact, I'm gonna, you know, give it a little more materials. So I think it will always be useful to have them. So I mean, we might as well have that running. So here's what I'm gonna do: fill up my inventory with cobblestone. There's a specific reason for that. Don't worry, because then I can do this much more easily. Craft stuff with all my wood essence. For over 6,000 wood. Now, get that back in the bag. And now, put all the wood over there. The issue is we will not have enough, but it's fine. At least you will still use the saw to cut down the logs, and then it's easier to go through it, the rest. So we're still gonna put it through that. We don't have enough andesite alloys for everything, but actually it's about to run out. Yeah, I have like a stack more. That's fine though. I'll refill that later. And then I will remove it eventually and place it elsewhere, probably on my main base, but we don't need to worry about that for now. Alright, I needed all these to, right, the platform. Let's go make the train platform significantly larger. And also fix the mess that I made with the parts, because I didn't have andesite casing. I do like the way the casings connect, honestly. I don't like andesite casing that much, but also, I mean, it's fine. We're not making a fancy train. We're making a functional, train-ish kind of thing. I don't even know if I can even call it a train. It's not gonna look like a train. I really just need the tunnel set up, and then we can make actual trains. And I kind of wanted to make ones based on the Lisbon Metro, the ML95, but making a realistic train in Minecraft, even with which I would definitely use that. The framed blocks, which you can get these weird slopes. I don't even know if it's possible to make it accurate enough, but I'll try, I guess. But I don't expect much from my skills. Maybe I'll eventually upgrade it over time, because I can't make a good one, like a perfect one, straight up to start. But, you know, we'll get started. We'll see where we go from there. Alright, since we are making the platform bigger, I do actually want to make this the entire platform bigger, not just the beginning. So we needed a lot of andesite casings. And then we can place the stuff inside, because we're going to need to make it functioning. And I need a track placer. And something to put blocks under it. And I would like to use, and also we're going to need to drill the blocks under it, because I want to place stuff under everything. So I will actually be doing that, yeah. Just like that. This is kind of massive. Whenever I finish this, I'm gonna check if I haven't hit a limit or anything. I don't know how this works. I'm kind of scared I might do that. We shall see. I don't know how much I can get away with, to be honest. This is gonna be massive. At this point, you could carry a house on the train. Wait, actually, that's a good idea. Imagine a house on rails. Hold up. Hold up, that's a great idea. Imagine my main base is just a house on a train, where I can pass by multiple stations to, you know, actually make it usable. Because otherwise, some stuff is not gonna function. But yeah, I mean, it's an idea. Anyways, I gotta, wait a second, I gotta super glue everything together, and I see I'm gonna need to craft new glue at some point probably, but for now, let's just connect everything. Select that area is too big, yeah, that's gonna happen. Now I can do that again. Now everything should be connected. What happens if we assemble it? Will it work? Still works, surprisingly. Is everything disabled? And I accidentally placed stone. Great. I just wanted to see if everything was disabled. Because I'm actually going to drive this backwards for a little bit. Look at that. Everything is moving. It's absurd how big you can make it. Okay. And this is just one carriage, by the way. I could technically make this bigger. But now we got enough space to work with. I'm going to disassemble it because we need to place machines on here. By that I mean drills and deployers. So the middle one is over here. Right. And this will place stone under it. 3 stone. We have enough stone for that. Okay. But now, how many blocks was it away? I forgot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think like 4 blocks aside, right? So start here. 1. Is this accurate? Yeah, this should be on the right place. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I think 4, right? I think that's how it should be. So, starting from here, 1 block, 2 blocks, 3 blocks, and this is where it would be. So this would be my track placer. But under it, I would need blocks. So again, I think I would do much what I've done on the other parts, which is place 1 here. And then here I will place deployers. This one will be ToF deployers. Same on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, that. And I will need space here for 3. And I wonder if I can get away, just so we have even more space. I mean, I don't need more space, to be honest. It's okay. Alright, so we have this. If I place it here, no, that's wrong. If I place it here, like looking upside down, yeah, it works, okay. And these ones will need to be ToF, because this is actually where I'm gonna have my actual rails. But we want it to be 5, right? I want it to be, I think, let's do some tests here, like some aesthetic tests, not real tests. So let's say we have a little space with rails. No, I think I would want to be more like this. Because I'd like to have ToF on that side. You know, this is gonna cost us thousands and thousands and thousands of ToF. Oh my god, but we're doing it. We are doing it. Okay. So actually gonna deploy us across the entire floor. Wow. That's crazy. But we're gonna need ToF. 5 of them. So 1, 2, 3. And then 1 more on each side, which means we're gonna need to extend this. Just like this. That's crazy. Okay. Now we're gonna need 5 deployers. This one places stone, and this one will place stuff. So on each side here, place a deployer. I should be able to connect it with ToF. This one will be tracks. Same for that one, but this one is upside down for some reason. Let me fix that. Clearly we should just break it and place it anew. So make the player go there. Place tracks on it. Let's deal with the ToF ones. So that one places ToF. Okay. Another one. Now again, I need to place ToF. We need it to be on this side. Another one. ToF. Making this trainy stuff on us. Okay, sorry. I had to do it. stuff. Not that way. No one will ever know. Stuff, and one more piece here. And place that. One small issue. I need to drill the stone out of place, which means I need to place a track layer. Yeah. Wait. Huh? No, I need to drill before I get to the tough part. So I need to place the drills here, right? Yeah. This entire thing would need to be drills. Except the middle one. The middle one's fine. Huh. Okay, we'll worry about that in a second. So, oh, I can wait, can I change it from here? That would be so useful. No, you can't. Oh, we gotta fix everything somehow. It's gonna be a mess. Oh, no. Wait, can I do somehow from, like, here, maybe? Hold on. I think I can figure a way, easier way out. Yeah. ToF. Wait a second. That's the middle one. That should be stone, not ToF. But now I need to essentially make it so it goes back. I'm gonna need to dig under here. What a mess. What the heck, bro? Seriously. Okay. Fine, we'll just break all this. Okay. This is so annoying. Alright, now rebuild everything. Why is this so complicated? I wish you could just place it from any sides. ToF. Sorry, stone. Now these ones will all be ToF. That's what I meant. If we mess up any single of the deployers down here, we're gonna need to break everything and rebuild it. Maybe the rotational thing can work. I gotta test that. A setting basically you can do. In case that happens, I'll test that out first. Maybe it can be avoided. Alright, now all that is with ToF, right? Yeah, it sure seems so. Alright, so now that we have that, we can fix this little thing here. Now we just need to work on that side right here. Which again, all these will be ToF. So we're looking at 10 ToF per block. So if we want to make like a railway of 1,000 blocks, we need 10,000 ToF. Okay. We're gonna need a way to, I mean, I do have ways to automate it, but we're gonna need to speed that up, honestly. With fire essence and stone essence. Just like that, those should all be working now. But we need a way, for especially for the ToF ones, because the stone ones I don't care, it's whatever's below it. But for the ToF ones, I'm going to need to replace the material that is currently there. So I'm actually going to want to drill what's below it. And I will want to do this much closer to the ground. So that one's still fine. But these one already would be ToF. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like this. I would need drills pointing lower. And it would be replaced with ToF. So something like this. Except on here, the middle. And then here again. Just like that. And I guess I can cover the what's in front then. As long as I have sufficient ToF on those chests, which I'm gonna need to set backwards, I see. Then this will be fine. But yeah, I just need to then glue this all together. Which I'm gonna be doing briefly. So I guess those don't have to be showing. All I would need then is to do this all the way across into here. And again though, I would need to reglue all this. just like this. Now everything should be glued together. Alright, now we have ToF placers. Those will break the blocks under it. What a machine, honestly. What the heck? But it's not done. Now I of course need a place to store it, which that's why I got my 240 chests. I hope that's enough for sure. But yeah. So we would have the the driver's thingy. This is where I keep all my stuff. This will be separated though, because then we would have a passage here, and we'd have some sort of stuff here, and this would be the room with the chest. So the chest will actually be siding like this, I think. So I think, yeah, place all the storage right here, all the way across. Something like this, but actually I'll take the ones out, like the ones. Okay, I have to reglue it again, but that's fine, that's easy. Because we might want to place something on the back, just maybe. Right, there's the plows, all that. So for now, let's just keep the ones we have over here. And I'm gonna need to reglue everything from here. Just like so. Again, these are all temporary, but for now, we'll place like 3 blocks on each side. And we'll glue those chests together, just like so. And these chests will actually be unglued. Now we need to connect everything across like so. And I will be removing these with an axe. Oh my god. Forgot this thing technically already ran a little. Alright. Things we're gonna need. Cobblestone. Not much. Just a little to get it kickstarted. So we have a lot of storage. Kind of place the rest of the inventory in here. Other things we're gonna need. Train tracks. Other things we're gonna need. ToF. A lot of it. But since it's just for testing, this is enough. Well, actually, it might not be enough, to be honest. Even for a little test, we're gonna place like double that. We're also gonna need stone. In case it runs into any cave, we'll place stone under it instead of cobblestone. Just so I don't have to fix as much as early on. That should look okay. Again, I mean, that amount is fine. Just one more stack. So I have the ToF, I have the stone, I have the tracks, I have the cobblestone. So all the materials I need are at least here. Okay. It should be glued together. So if I assemble it on M-Train, everything should function. At least I hope so. Will anything be left behind? Yes, there will. Okay, we forgot to glue some stuff. The track placers. Also, the drills are working. I want to disable everything. Yeah, everything is disabled now, I think. But also, yeah, I want to glue those together. So, hold on. Need to disassemble train. And we gotta glue those. Okay, so now these two should technically be working. And I think the way to move this, because the bogey got so far away now. So the best way to do it would probably be to go on the train itself, right click it with a wrench, and then I should be able to basically relocate it. But I would need a proper place for it to be relocated, relatively close. Otherwise we can't really relocate it. So yeah, that's gotta be hard to relocate though. We gotta be careful. We might need to build like a railway out of here or something like that, and then we can worry about that. But anyways, we don't need it right now. Let's disassemble it. So we have all this. What else do we need? Right, we need to develop this little thing in front, because this needs to be all the way up to the top. So we have a few more deployers to place, and I don't know if they're gonna be enough. I hope they are. And they're all gonna need to filter cobblestone. So let's go, I suppose. Okay, just like this. Now let's go. Placing cobblestone under it for every single one of them. Can I place them like this? I can. That's good because it's gonna get harder as we go up. I could use a jetpack, but since I have to use control because I need it to be facing in that direction, doing that with my jetpack would bring me down, and I don't want it to bring me down because otherwise I can't really place them, can I? So this should work. This one I will not use jetpack for. Get toggle over mode. There we go. Disable that. Now place cobblestone on every single one of them. Okay. One more layer. Yeah, we're not gonna have enough. Because we used a lot down there. This might also cause a little bit of lag, which is a concern, but... Oh, wait, we can do this. Interesting. But yeah, that's another thing. If we can do that, I think I'm gonna build with that instead, over mode. Gotta be very careful with these. I want to break them on accident, otherwise I could be screwed and have to rebuild the whole thing. Okay. Turn on over mode. So you can actually do it like this. Can. Interesting. That is much easier, actually. Oh, no, 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 no. I saw that. That one didn't have a cobblestone. Oh, imagine having to fix it and I'd have to break everything down to this layer. Nope, we're not. We're avoiding that for sure. Anyways. Oh, I see. No, we gotta be careful. We have any more? Seems not. Yeah, then I would have to place cobblestone on every one of these. We're gonna need more. Can we get more at home? Deployer. Wait, one. What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing andesite casings. That's the easy part. Wait, I have a stack in 23. Did I make that many or did I already have a stack? I don't know, but either way, that means we can keep going. We're nearly there. I think we should have enough now. Okay, they should be placing the ones at the top. I might need to break some blocks. I hope I didn't mess up anywhere. At least I know they're placed at the top, so I guess we only have to break one layer, like one like top to bottom layer, not like left to right, if one of them ends up breaking. So at least it shouldn't be too bad, even if it breaks. Hopefully I got everything right though. I guess we shall see when I start using this. And I don't even know if this will run properly, but I mean we can't know that until we finished it. But I hope it does, cause after all this, I'm not remaking it today. If I will probably retry doing it if I did get something wrong, but certainly not today. We will need to make the tunnel a little bit bigger on this side, because I need to place stuff on here and use the filters, and I can access the filters from above. So let me do that real quick. Okay, now that that's done, I'm gonna need this. More of these. No, cobblestone. Now go above it. So you can place cobblestone on every single one of them. Gods. There we go. Now everything should be running properly. You need to glue this together. And I'm gonna need to do a test. If everything is actually working. So all these are glued. We have the sufficient cobblestone to start it up, as well as all the other materials. Now because we'll be running through a little bit, yeah, this should break the cobblestone back, but I'll give it a little bit more just to ensure we have enough. Okay, so test. So we drill the stuff in front. We have that done. So yeah, we would do that. Now this, we can test it right here because there's some blocks here that are source blocks. Issue is, and we will not be able to, at least not with my current train, when it's a situation like this, we're in trouble because I cannot basically clear out stuff from above. So if the source blocks are above, this will not fix it. But at least it will take care of a good amount of water on the way. So I will need to at least remove the sources that are above. As for the rest, we can let our train do the thing. So I'll still need to do some manual work. And this will be hardest probably when we reach the ocean temple, which there is one on the way of my track. Like literally, I dug straight into it. I have not gone back there yet. This will go one of these days. Alright, I think everything is covered. Everything that is anyways a part of... Yep, so the only source blocks are basically... Well, the ones that are from the layer that's the tunnel that's gonna dig through. So, technically, this should be able to get completely rid of the water. Again, when we dig through here, I hope we don't run into more. But I think that was the end of it, right? I'm gonna just do this to see... Yeah, we shouldn't run into more water, at least not as early as that. So once we clear through that, we should be good to go, in theory. I want to test that theory, of course. Gladly, it doesn't seem to place cobblestone through that. I hope it doesn't dig through train tracks. It might do that. Only one way to find out. I am gonna start this up. Everything is glued together. Got the materials. It is time for a little test run. I don't know if I missed anything, but we can at least test if the machine works. Assemble train. So, everything is full of cobblestone. Looking promising. That is what we want to see. Except the one part, which is good. Because, I mean, if we're going to clear that water, we need to clear it, you know. And then if I activate the drills, it should break them. But only when I move, of course. Which, again, when we launch it for the first time, it runs into a problem where this wall should stay. We're expecting that. I don't think there's any way to fix it. So now that that's settled, let's try it. Will we clear the water? There's the problem that I mentioned before. How am I even gonna fix that? I'm not sure. Like it works, but then it runs into this problem. It kind of fixes itself once you go through it enough times, but not on that. Do we just have to walk back enough? Maybe that's it? Look, it's placing the tracks as well. I think the tracks are being placed properly as well, with the ToF under it. It should also clear that water. Look at that. This is crazy. We could literally fit a house in there. What the heck? There's the water. Will it work? Why do I still see water? Is it just old water? Wait, no, that's just water from the sides. No, I think it's working. That's water from the sides. That it wouldn't fix that. We know that. Is that it? Wait, I need to disable the deployers, which I can disable from my seat, and go back. Just break that cobblestone for a second, because it should be still in front. Yeah, we need to break this cobblestone. The deployers are disabled, so let's see. I'm gonna need to make this go out of the tunnel. We're still placing ToF though. Right, I gotta disable the drills as well whenever we dig out. I forgot about that. Hold on, move forward a little. Now I need to disable the drills as well. When we go back, we need to disable drills, because otherwise it's also gonna place the break blocks that are under. But it should have worked. We're out at the station. Let's see. Now again, we would need a way to disable the middle rail. Yeah, we have a small problem. That is mostly my fault though, because I hadn't disabled the drills. So we gotta disable the drills, otherwise it broke the stuff that was under it. And because I already had the deployers disabled, it didn't replace it. Then again, I don't want this rail here, so this is all just for test. It removed the water that was in front. It didn't remove the ones from the sides. So this is the problem that we're gonna run into very often. But at least these are relatively easier to build up. And I wonder if the building gadget can fix this kind of stuff. I've used it before, but I'm gonna make one right now. But it's usually to build stuff like big walls and stuff. I don't know if it can. I think it can ignore blocks. I'm not sure though. I gotta build one. I used it before and I saw it being used on a YouTube video. And I think on a YouTube video for ATM, it was like an ATM mod pack. I think they use it to make like a base where they would ignore certain blocks or something to not replace, something like that. I could be completely wrong, to be honest. Well, only one way to find out. Building gadget. How do I make this? Diamond gear. Okay, that's easy. Apparently we don't have enough iron nuggets. It's always the damn iron nuggets. We never have enough because we need so many of them. At this point, I should automate iron nuggets into the system, but we don't have enough storage, so we gotta get storage first. Anyways, diamond gears. Energy gadget. building gadget, sorry. I'm gonna need to charge this. That's very easy to charge, gladly. Now, let's go over there. And can I set it to just place stone or something? Would be really nice. Let me get some stone. I already have stone. Alright. Now, how the heck do I even work on this? Selection discarded. Huh. So, do I need to place some stones on here? Let's say like... let's do like a little stone wall. Is that how you do it? How does this work? Whoa, what the heck? I mean, it worked, but I gotta figure out how this works in a safe place. We're messing the train up. We might mess the train up at this point. Let me check it. Is the train safe? The train is safe. Okay, I am gonna do a little test of this. I guess in the laboratory. Not in the laboratory. We could run into problems. The laboratory is not big enough. I don't want to mess up anything. Okay, how about... yeah, the big space over here is perfect. Okay, how do I discard it? First thing. I think I just discarded it. But I think I know how that might work. So let us imagine a very big stone wall. That goes all the way to the top. Okay, we really could just literally take any flat stone wall and do that instead. Instead of building a stone wall unnecessarily. I think that will make things easier. I mean, there's plenty of stone walls around here. Alright, so we take a stone... oh, why is it like that again? What the... how do I reset this? This is remove? No. That's lead. Oh, that's lead. I think we just copied lead. Oh. Wait, now it's doing that again. Hold shift for details. Mode, build to me, range 1, block stone. So you can change the block to anything. Oh, build to me. So it builds to me. Okay, but we went a different mode. Okay. So I think I kinda get how this works. So let's say we wanted to make a bridge. That is cool. But it's no, wait, that's it. I think I figured it out. That's perfect. Hold on. A way to fix this thing easily. I will need to, of course, so we have this. We want to fix that, right? Oh my god, look at that. Oh, this makes it so easy. Okay, we do run into problems when we can't stay in place. So that is the only problem. How do we fix that? Because I need to stay still in order to build. So how do I change the building block? So this right now is for diorite. If I shift right click, it's stone. Got it. So shift right click to change the building block. Again, if I do that here, it will cover it up. Alright, that is gonna help with the manual transportation. Again, let's say we missed that ToF because of the night stuff. Because of the small issue we did. So what happens if we then... Yep, I can repair this real quick, just like that. Well, that is so useful. I'm sure there's more modes though, because there's modes. So how do I change mode? Now there's a thing called building gadgets on quests. So where would it be? Can I search quest list? No. Tips and tricks. It's not here. Building tips, probably? Yeah, building gadgets. Building gadgets is a mod that adds a very few offline offer building. Each requires energy to work and has a menu. It's pulled up by default by G. It has a menu. Current or tracking. What? Oh. Oh. Okay, hold on. There is a horizontal wall. Which, how do I do it exactly? Range. Oh. Wait. Oh, to fix up. So then I shift right click this to make it out of stone. Oh my god, this is amazing. Hold up. I can fix it in an instant. What the heck? I need a stone in my inventory, that's it. This thing is broken. So you see this? There is water coming from above. Let me fix that real quick. You know how easy that is? Now, it seems there is some source blocks below as well. So this will not be enough. But you know what? It's good enough because that's all we need. The train will take care of the rest. The train takes care of the rest, so. Yeah. That's crazy. Alright, that will be very helpful. So we got our train. We got our, oh, drop my vibranium pickaxe. Oh, he got picked up. Okay, that scared me for a second. We got a building gadget. Wait, how good or bad is this charging station? Is it better than my ultimate cube? No, it only holds 1 million FE. This is pretty much useless for my level. Alright. And yeah, we fixed all that. This is only... Yeah, we'll just need a train for this and then that. We can make it a vertical wall, right? Yep. This is a lot of modes as well. Surface, vertical column, horizontal row, grid. There's a grid? How does a grid work? Oh. Wait. So like, have you ever thought of like mass copper, which is useless in mod packs, so I don't know why you'd want that. But if you wanted mass copper oxidization in an instant, you can do this. But why else would you want this though? I don't know. But you know what? Interesting. Stairs. I'm assuming you can change this, but not the rest. Build to me. Build bind inventory. What? Anchor. Ray trace fluids. Place on top. Grow. Grow. What, can I grow seeds like that easily? Horizontal row. This has some really cool stuff. And surface, well, it's a lot easier. Oh, it will place directly on the blocks that are not. So like say we'll ignore, you can make it so it ignores certain blocks. So like it only placed on top of stone. And then you can basically place that on top, etc. Because these are different ores. Okay. Connected area. Fuzzy. Fuzzy. Oh, fuzzy will make it so it's everything, I think. Well, connected area only on what's a specific block. Oh, you can make it only one of them though. Horizontal walls, only 2 options. There's a lot. Okay. Interesting, but we can do it another time. Alright, now I need to get the train somehow over here. So we're gonna fix this up. This one does have an issue though. Iron bars. It cannot. Actually, it can. I placed drills below it. No, we're fine. I think we're fine, even if there's iron bars on there. But only one way to find out. I'm gonna need to connect the trains, the train tracks. Close her up. So let's go ahead. Can we connect it over there? We can indeed. It looks a little bit weird, but again, this is all temporary. And we should be able to do that just fine. I'm actually gonna break some specific stuff right around here. Actually, no, because we need to not be on a place that's a little bit of a rotation, because otherwise you're gonna mess probably the tracks. I think we need to be somewhere that's a little bit more flat. So once we're here, the train can work normally, I think. And again, we would also want it to go the other way. So what I'm gonna do is get on one of those flat ones, like this, and I want to make it a straight line. It's too far away. Okay, what about there? Not holding enough tracks. That's a problem easily solved. Okay, this looks a little bit weird. Again, a lot of these tracks are temporary. We just need to get it into place. So once we have that over there, all right. Now we got everything, I think. Let me think. So once it's here, it should be able to go through. And I mean, yeah, we just gotta test this out. So let's fix up the inventory slots of this, though. We're gonna need a lot of stuff. Yeah, we're also gonna need more. This is a carriage contraption. Let me disable this temporarily, because we're gonna need more chests as well. So it's time to place a lot of chests. Chest placing time. I'm also gonna be making it a little bit more of a space here for storage, proper storage, on how much you can handle. Again, I think here there might be something on the back. So let's do this. And all right. I will make this look nicer and all later, but for now, just want to get it functioning properly. Alright, so now I also want to be able to look at the middle. Make a little entrance to the back. No, we'll need to I want to make a proper building and all that later. But for now, let's just get the structure in. It is my thought. So we'll do something like that. Now grab all the chests that I can. And we'll put it all that right there. Guess we do have a slight problem here, because it can't carry all of them. That's fine, we'll place something else on this side of the train. So we want to have plenty of chests like this. And I will also want this time to have a unloading station. Probably connected to ME system later on, but I don't know how to do that yet. So for now, just a whole bunch of stuff here. And yeah, running from one side to the other. We shouldn't be lacking chests for certain. Look at this, I got an entire storage over here. I would use upgraded chests, but they don't work with create trains and contraptions. So I gotta use vanilla or vaults, but I'm scared of using vaults. I don't like how they glitched before, so I'm just gonna use normal chests. Alright. So, we got these going right here as well. Nice storage. You can't place 2 extra chests here. So storage wise, besides the thing to actually transport stuff in and out of storage, we're fine. Now, all this stuff, this can place like around 1,000 blocks, which is not that much to be honest. I mean, my railway is a lot bigger than that, but it will work for now. Again, this is why we need a huge storage. Look at all that stuff. Again, we're also gonna get ores and stuff, which is why I want an unloading system. Because my contraption is full for a reason. I can't unload it, and because it's too big, and that's the problem with contraptions. Sometimes it's really buggy, and sometimes it will not let me pick it up. At a certain point, it wouldn't let me pick up the contraption because, quote unquote, it was too big, even though I managed to make it before. So I couldn't take it out, and then it went into my storage system, like broke through the vaults. It was a mess. So yeah, I'm not making that mistake again. With trains, they cannot be picked up, yes, but it's a lot easier to manage as long as I got some tracks elsewhere. I need to have an unloading system on the ground, but then I'm sorted basically. I mean, not necessarily underground, but because the train is underground, that would be the easiest way. Unless I might be able to make I might know I am able to if I want to. But question is if I want to, because it would take up a lot of space. The problem is that, because then I also got to deal with terrain up there. Making it above ground, I got to deal with terrain, and I'm extremely bad at terraforming. I don't think I'm skilled enough to do it yet. Maybe in the future, but right now I ain't ready. But I mean, yeah. Besides that, we're fine. I will need some of the storage interfaces, so that's one thing that's still missing, but I think the rest, as long as it's all, I should really check if it still can connect, because otherwise, I mean, we could be in for a little bit of an issue if this can't be glued together, but it should be able to. I just need my super glue, and basically what we'll be doing is glue this part all the way up to the end here, and then still glue this right into here, and then glue the top and glue the bottom, and it should all be working in theory. Wait a second, have I also glued this? I think I have, yeah. I mean, when I did that, it should have all connected. But why is it not showing? There we go, now it's definitely working. Alright, I think it should be everything. But let's try assembling this. Still works at least. Is everything disabled? Yes, it is. So we should be able to move normally. Is everything attached? No. Get back in the train station. We gotta fix this. And this is a simple train. We gotta attach more things. So it seems this part wasn't attached. And what I thought would fix everything, it did not. So I think we just gotta attach this and attach it to the floor. Just gotta make sure this is attached as well, like so. Now, hopefully, wait a second, there's still things here that I don't think are attached. Now, it's entire storage. I think, wait a second, there is one block here. Alright, I think everything should be working in terms of that. Let's go here. Oh, no, there's still an entire thing that still isn't attached somehow. Okay. It's a simple train. Do that. Now I guess I'll just attach it to the entire floor right here. And now hopefully everything should be working. Only one way to find out. Everything seems connected, the textures. Let's see. Did I leave anything behind this time? The best way to do this is get out and see, is there anything there? Nope, I think, no, we're fine. Yeah, we're fine. Alright, we do gotta fill up our chests and stuff, which I think you can do while it's moving, but let's not do that. Alright. Back to filling up the storage. With all the stuff we're gonna need. Stone, for example. Tracks. The only thing we'll be lacking very early on, because I mean 6,000 tracks is a decent amount, it can get you through 3,000 blocks. But 11,000 ToF can only get me through, unless I pick up more as I mine, can only get me through 1,100 blocks. Two double chests of train tracks. Wait, no, this one is barely empty. It's mostly empty, so actually that's a lie. 1.5 kind of, nearly 2, I guess, with the ones I have over there. Yeah, nearly 2. Alright, what I'm gonna do actually is take like 2 stacks of ToF. You might have already seen the idea. Is then go over here and actually do this. So basically these parts will only pick up ToF. So these can replenish my stocks of ToF, and hopefully that will fix part of the issue. I mean, it will never fix it in its entirety, but I mean, an extra double chest of ToF. Unless it uses that first. If it uses that first, it kind of, this is not going to last long. But we can only hope, I guess. So, yeah. Everything else is in there. Oh, yeah, I'm going to need coal. I think coal makes it run faster. So I will actually be placing every single piece of coal into this. I will come here to check on this specific chest. Okay, I really should put in a specific chest. Let's place it like right next to the entrance, the cabin. Well, the non-existent cabin, but yeah. We have coal in there. See if that runs faster with that. And we have our contraptions. We still need our storage interfaces. Cobblestone. Check. We have enough. We're gonna get more. Stone. Check. ToF. Check for now. Train tracks. We have 64 more here, but besides that, check. And yeah, I mean, we're set. That's crazy. Just place this stuff somewhere. Sorry, tracks. I think we're ready pretty much. Just need a storage interface and more train stations. Otherwise, we're only gonna be able to stop this in one place. So, train stations and a storage interface. That's all. Let's say make 2 more train stations, hopefully. And storage interface, portable. Portable storage interface. Gonna need to make, we don't have plenty of those, okay. I think I'm only gonna have 2, but I guess I could have more just to double check. So we have those, and we need, what else do we need? Oh, wait a second. I do need a plow. What's it called? Is it like this? Yeah. Because I will also need to remove the blocks that are like the tracks that are behind it, and I think you do it with this. So we're gonna need to make that. And I feel like there was something else I wanted to. Oh right, train station. So I also need train stations. I'm like 53 compass, I guess. And like grab 10 train stations. That's enough for now. Alright. But I guess for now we will not be using the mechanical plow. Wait a second, I will want another, because I will be setting it up, but I'll make it so you need to enable it. So I guess if we start running low on tracks, we could use, actually, yeah, we're gonna need to destroy it sooner or later. But I'll make sure to make so it's a contraption control. So we can enable it and disable it as we wish. So just like this, contraption controls, we made another one. Now we should have everything I want to place on there. All we need to do is assemble train. Sorry, disassemble. I'll be placing the contraption controls right over here on that one with a mechanical plow. Now we'll need to glue that together as well. Up next, we will also wanna be able to, I think, okay, it's gonna be scuffed, but we want to be able to drive the train backwards. And you can actually just place one of those there, and the train controls again, which I don't think I have. Yeah, so I forgot one thing. I forgot an extra train controls. So yeah, we'll need to come back here. But here is gonna be where I will basically be able to take out items once I have something to actually take them out on. And I'm gonna do this with one in the middle, just to have multiple ports essentially. That's kind of the idea. And connecting this should connect all of them. Alright, need to connect this as well. And now we just need train controls. I suppose having some extra seats for passengers, even though I probably will never have someone in this world, but okay. So that could be something. So let's have a little 2 seats right here. We could add windows later, but that's decoration. So we might, maybe I want to decorate this later, but I'll probably do it off stream when I do, because I'm not sure what ideas I'd use, and I need to come up with ideas and basically focus on it. But yeah, for now, anyways, I don't need that for now, so just place those in. And I mean, we're nearly good to go. I got that set up. We just need extra train controls so I can technically drive it backwards. I could make it look cooler, but I'm only having one carriage, and most of the space is for storage. So the next train, the actual first train, without being a tunnel, like mostly functional one, I'll make it look cool. Hopefully, I'll try. That's all I can. That's all I can promise. Now I'll need train controls. Yep, and we are gonna need more. Wait a second, I'm using the wrong terminal. That one isn't a crafting one. Can we still make it? We can. Train controls. Perfect. Now, I believe our train is done. Oh, wait a second, I forgot to add the plows. I gotta do that. So, where are we gonna place the mechanical plows? I mean, it obviously needs to be under the train here. So, we're gonna need to break it, aren't we? Temporarily, yes. Wait, that's the problem. I mean, how am I gonna... Okay, for now, I'm not gonna add it. But what I'm gonna do is have it here as quote-unquote decoration. But if I need, I can take it out. And I can use them under the train. Does that even make any sense? Probably not. But because it actually looks cool, and I don't want to take it out, I'm just gonna place some more in the chest. And I mean, whenever we want, we can take it out. If we know where it is, if it hasn't been unloaded as well. So yeah, place the extra seats in there, not the interfaces. Yeah, we're good to go. Now I need to place this train elsewhere, because we're gonna need to stop it in a different location at some point. But I guess for now, this location might still exist. Alright, now that everything is set, and I'm gonna place an extra, I know where I'm gonna place one of the extra seats. Right here. And right here. Basically hiding the bogies. Alright, now that everything is set, I believe. Wait a second, I don't think these ones are. Then we're good to go. I believe we are. So if we do this, we have our little unnamed train there. I can drive it backwards for now. Get in onto the main track. Oh, you make sure the others are disabled. I mean, this one doesn't work for now, but I'm gonna make sure it's disabled for now as well. Alright, everything is working here. Let's head to the back. Nothing should be done. I should be able to drive the train forward. Well, backwards. And, okay, here's the first issue. Because we need to make... that's the problem. Let's head to nearly the end of the track. Making sure not to derail. Because I need to make sure I'm in a... not... Okay, it doesn't derail unless I go at high speeds or something. Now I want to go forward. Now this should work, right? Yes. Okay. That's good. Because we needed to do that. Wait a second. No, there's still a track here. Am I going the right track? I think I am. Alright, so now that we're here, I want to be able to turn this around. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get rid of one of these. Because otherwise I don't know if I can. Can I? If I do that. I can! I can relocate it like that. Relocation aborted. Oh. Wait, maybe on this one. There we go. Now we turned it around. Should be working. I hope now I can drive forward and get to work. I will need to enable the deployers. That's just placed stone. The drill. We'll need to drive backwards a little bit because of how it works, and then drive forward. And hoping, yeah, it doesn't work right yet. It's a little glitchy to get it working though. That's the problem. Is it working? No, not yet. Why is it so complicated? Oh my god, it's always a problem to get this worked. Okay, hold on. Maybe there's a different way about this. No, this is gonna stop eventually if you keep going. Disable the deployer. Wait a second, now it's... Because then it will break the stuff except the track. Can I fix it now? It's placing stuff. And it's digging stuff, I think. Right? Yeah, this is... Everything is on, right? I really need some light sources. I don't know if this is off or on. I can't tell. Oh, it was off. So I probably broke a whole bunch of stuff down here. Oh my god. Okay, it's fixable though. So we did not fix the issue. I mean, you see the water down there. It was not fixed. We're gonna need to go back like this. Will it work now? That's the problem. It's kind of an issue to get through this because we gotta be very precise. Yeah. How the heck do we do this? Hold on. Did I figure it out? No, I did not. Wait, I think I did. Finally. Finally, it should be running properly. Yeah, it is. It's not stopping the water, but it should be because there's water from above, right? Yeah, there's water coming from above. So this one will still not need to fix manually. I wonder if this will, if we accelerate enough, is the train gonna keep going? And it should be placing the track, right? Again, that should be water from above. Yeah. Because a lot of the water over there was removed. I think. But I'll check in a bit. Alright, I wanted to see something. Acceleration. If I stop moving and BRB, theoretically, I'm not clicking anything. Oh, that's a problem. What? Wait. It was building. Oh, I see what's going on. Yep. It is that. Something got in the way, probably. Or it just skipped a carriage, which could be an issue. Should we maybe have two carriages instead? So like have two things place tracks. So if one fails, the other one can do it. That might be the way forward. I mean, I can fix it manually. It's a bit of a pain. Now, if I then go back, it should keep running again. Are we not going to run into the stone issue again? We are. Oh my god. I feel like I do need to improve some things, though. Do we fix it already? No. This one's a pain to do it. I think I know how, though. Once it starts being visible, disable the deployers. Go in front. Exactly. I figured out the fix. But it will sometimes be an issue. Our speed is continuing. So, will it continue or will it run into that bug again? Also, I do need to get, no, it's eventually gonna stop. And then we're gonna run into the stone issue again, aren't we? Surprisingly not. So I think the best thing I could do is once I know it fully works, give this to a conductor and place a train station at the end of the line, but then it will not be a tunnel digger. So I guess the best way is still probably this. Either way, I have a 2% on my phone. I'm gonna need to charge it, so I'll be right back and we'll see how long this runs. Set off acceleration. It already stopped, I see. Hold on. Alright, there we go. I need to do something. Sorry. Okay. Um. Right. Let's continue. Let me see. How did the tunnel go? Is all the water besides the one on top gone? There are 3. Okay. The track has been mostly placed. Besides that one little mistake. The water all comes from above, right? Yeah. It comes from this dripstone cavern right here. That is the source of the water. So that one isn't removed. Same as this one. It comes from the sides. But everything else should be deleted. Even though water will not stop the tracks from being placed, which is good. I don't want you blowing up a creeper, please. Thank you. Sorry, you're more of a danger than anything else. So yeah, I think it works well. Let's keep going. And I think this is gonna be my new method of tunneling. The only annoying thing is the cobblestone wall that sometimes, whenever I start it up for the first time, happens, and we might have an issue with the rails. But I think the solution for that is, well, there might be 2 solutions. One is actually yeah. Just one. It's just make so there's 2 track placers. That way, if one fails, the other one should still succeed. And essentially, it's just bugging the prevention to. If the train's going too fast, I think that can happen, and then it just messes it up. So, I think having 2 track deployers could work. So we might do that if that mistake happens again, which it might. So we'll see. But it seems to be running well right now. Wait a second, did something happen again? No, that's something else. There's a, oh, because of the torch. So there will be a missing block here. Actually looking more like, again, the middle one will be missing. The middle one is temporary. But it's looking more like an actual train track now. I wouldn't say railway, but a train track at least. This thing accelerated, won't run forever on its own. Then now this is actually going to remove the water. Again, the only issue is we are going to have to go through this manually. Now, if I disable the deployers... No, I can't do that. That's the one issue, is this cannot make it so that only the track disables. I wonder if there's a way to change that. If I do it on different carriages, that might be the only way. Worth considering for the next tunnel destroyer, but for now this one works well enough. But I might want to make a new one eventually. Future plans. But I will have to do creative testing first. So because I want to learn how the mechanics work. Maybe if the carriages, basically my idea is, if carriages work separately, because I know they can't put stuff into inventories that are on different carriages, then that means I could technically have one carriage for drilling and the other one for placing the tracks and stuff, and I will be able to control the track deployers and the water from above, track deployers and the cobblestone deployers and all that separately, which means I could just as easily, while I'm going through these stuff that there's no water, I could disable the cobblestone deployers. I would go a lot faster, and I would still place the tracks. That's kind of my idea. Did I already bypass spawn? I did. I already went past spawn, and we're actually, look at this. Look at the real map. That's crazy. Can actually start working on that. The thing is, this is probably not the best railway line on the north side because we don't have much up there. We have the snowy biomes, which does have a slightly more interesting over here. I don't know what that is, I forgot. And there's the ocean temple at the end. The famous thing that I couldn't... That's where my track ends, by the way. My tunnel, sorry. Because it literally went straight into it. I gotta clear out the ocean temple, make it safe enough before I continue. But yeah, sadly that is as far as it goes. I think my train stopped, which could be a problem. Please don't place cobblestone. Okay, no, it's working fine. Wait. I am placing... Yeah, it's placing ToF and all that. It's working well, okay. I mean, there's still this to clear manually, but this is so much less than the other. The rest was a pain. Oh, there's our issue. Ran into some unwanted visitors. Okay. Alright, we're good to go. We just gotta fix this again. So wait a second. I will need to make sure my axe isn't placed stuff. So I do that. Disable the players. Now break them. Enable them. Wait a second. I need to. Oh my god, I messed up. Okay. Now I should be able to enable them. Just. Oh my god. Wait, just for a brief moment. And they should be. Oh my god. Wait, right there. Enable them. Oh, seriously. Okay. Third person. Okay. I wanted to enable that first. Now it's on. Oh my god, I hate that. That is the only problem with this. But I don't know how to fix it. We just gotta have to deal with it. Oh my god. I mean, how are we supposed to fix it? We can't. I see. Okay, hold on. I see what I need to do. See, it goes there. Once it reaches the top again, it does that. I didn't do it as intended, but I think it's fixed again. Let me increase acceleration before I see the mess I've left behind because of that little incident. First, let me increase acceleration a little. Let me see. Okay, no, we're relatively fine. Not much happened, gladly. Let me get back to it before it stops again. If we let it stop, it will eventually... Also, I think we're going through lava, aren't we? Not sure if we're going through lava or not, but there's glowing stuff here. So that might have been lava, I don't know. That we just cleared. You can technically use these on other highways and stuff if you wanted. It's like a flying machine, but a train, and way easier. Flying machines, vanilla ones are... I don't know how to make them. I've seen people make them before, but heck no, not for me. I'm a redstone noob, honestly. Well, we're breaking. And the tracks work. Then I can run through this with a plow. And basically, I mean, it will only be the two tracks that are on the metro. But I don't want to do that yet, because I will use this railway to, you know, whenever I pause the project and continue and all that, I will want to make sure there's something I can return to and all that. So for now, I think we'll go past the lake, like right over there. I think we'll pause. And that's going to be it for now. Then we can return the train. This is pretty cool, though. Also, I want to see how my storage is doing. So, I will be doing that real quick. Oh, good lord. Okay, some are empty. There's a lot empty. Okay, we're fine. I nearly stopped. The acceleration was going down. How are we doing? Okay, now I think I'll just go through this lake, and then I think we'll stop after that. We can always come back to this here later. I'm just gonna do all this grind off stream, because I mean, I just have to sit on this train and do nothing. Just the issue with the contraption is that it could go automatically, and I would have to just check in every now and then. This one I have to hold the W button, unless I give it to a conductor. I have been thinking about that. I might do that, but I'll need to test if it works properly. I don't want to lose the train. The heck, cave sounds. Did it stop? Oh, I wasn't controlling it. Don't do the cobblestone wall. I thought I was controlling it, but I wasn't. I stopped controlling it. There we go. You can see the train on the map. Unnamed train. Wait, you can see trains on the map? Does that mean that, like, if there's automatic stuff, you can see where the trains are? That's so cool. Why did it stop again? Oh my god, I have to click it again. I can't move away from here. I have to be looking at it. I can look after it like I can speak. I can look at it in third person though. And the cool thing about third person in Create Trains is that it actually zooms away. Hold on. Okay. So how far did that go? Just across the lake, nearly. Yeah, the cool thing about this area is I think it does. Yeah, you can see the outside world, kinda, because I think there's something that goes directly from above the lake. I feel like that ice is definitely gonna melt. Yeah, it already melted, and I am not looking at the thing, so it stopped. Look, I don't want you exploding a creeper. We got an emergency here. Do not go after a creeper. You're a risk. I'm sorry, but I gotta do that every time because creepers are dangerous. They can destroy the entire thing if they wanted, and they're not harmful to me because I have the key slippers. They run away from me. But the wolves that spawn in my defense, they will attack creepers, and they will not be able to kill creepers. So the creepers will guaranteedly explode, and it happens all the time, unfortunately, especially in the underground. So I want to avoid that. Alright, we went past here, so let's see. If I wanted to disable it, there's a few things that I need to disable in order, right? Firstly, stop the train. I want to slow it down. Disable this. Right, disable the things disabled. Disable the drills. Disable the mechanical plow, which don't work for now anyways. Alright, everything is disabled, right? I gotta place a light here so I can tell if they're on or off, because I can't tell. I gotta place some sort of like glowstone or maybe a redstone lantern or something. So with that in mind, we got a new conductor. Alright, I'm gonna need you to go over to... You can take me back to the station, right? How do I make a conductor's hat? You know what? It was an accident, but if I have the materials, I'll go along with it. What's it called? Hat. Okay, at create. Hat. Was there not a conductor's hat? Maybe I don't need it. Conductors. Did they change it? Okay, let's talk about, what about the train schedule? Paper and sturdy sheet. Ooh, I got it back home. Sturdy sheets are not easy to make. Okay. I'm afraid, you can't be conductor. I'm sorry. Wait, bats have drops in modern Minecraft? Bat's wing. Okay. Anyways, I will need that seat. Let's go back. Oh, God. I hope we don't explode any creepers, because we got a little bit of a... Gotta run over some mobs on the way home. Let's go. No, they're just killing everything. What the heck? And this can actually run pretty fast on the way back once we disable everything. That is one successful trip. Just like that. And here is what it did. We gotta fix up one bit. Everything else seemed to have worked normally. So everything else worked perfectly well. We have our first little piece of automatically made rails. We gotta fix some stuff. We'll use the building gadget, but I'll do that off stream. Yeah, I mean, everything is working pretty well. Now, we would need to continue these for thousands of blocks, but you know what? It's a good start. We can finally get beginning, because I couldn't before. So, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna disassemble the train. I'm probably gonna keep it in train form. I don't think... I'm kind of scared if it disappears, though. I mean, in normal create, this would never happen. In all the mods, I think it should be fine. I can always roll back. You know what? If there's some weird bug, I'm fearing weird bugs that are unlikely to happen. Just because of that little problem with create storage. I make frequent roll backups, and there's the backup system. Like, I think it does like 2 a day or something. So if the worst happens, I mean, I'll just do a backup. That's fine. So with that in mind, I need to charge my jetpack. That's why I came back here. Yeah, we're set. I will be grinding all that stuff out, but I don't really need it for now. One thing I did want to do, though, is now that we have our building gadget, and we should have a bunch of quartz blocks, it should be really easy to make the base's walls out of quartz blocks. Because we don't have quartz blocks, so we can make plenty. Actually, why am I doing it this way? There is a way easier way, by just doing this. Yeah, take out the building gadget. Horizontal wall, that is not what I want. G. Vertical wall. Cannot increase the range further, but that's okay. I want to use quartz blocks. And yes, I want to place it on top of that. Look at that. I mean, it works perfectly. I'm gonna make sure I place it also above there. The only issue is it can't really... Wait, it can though. If we place it correctly, we can actually do it from top to bottom. Because it determines the middle point. So if we use that as the middle point, we can do that. Now we could also do that all the way around. But I want to expand this further probably. But maybe we make it so that this is one room. And then I can expand forward from here. But I'll worry about that later. Anyways, I gotta find the middle of this room if there is one. Around the middle. Doesn't have to be precise. 388. Wait a second. Jetpack. Can't live without it. Oh my god, where did I place it? Did I place it in a storage system? Backpack? We're talking about an all-the-volume jetpack. I don't want to lose it. Must have it somewhere. Oh. No, we still had it in there. I gotta make it so these all connect to a single energy cube so you don't have this confusion. But that's gonna be from my main base. I mean, this is a laboratory of sorts. Alright, actually nothing is here, so we're good to go. On this side, yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more. But another thing we could do instead is, which I think is what I'm gonna do, is just instead just break the wall up. But I'm gonna need a way to do that better. Small square like this. Okay, I'll fix that later anyways. But you get the idea of what I'm gonna do with this room. Then I'll expand from here. 388, 425. So let's imagine 388, 428. That is 40 blocks, so like 20, 19-ish blocks. 406 around the middle. My idea is around here. Should be kind of like the middle. Yeah, I think. 438 to 17. 8 to 25. 17 as well. But I want to make it a 3x3, so this is I'm afraid this is gonna have to be asymmetrical. There we go. There's a reason why I'm making this a double door, but more on that. Actually, no, I mean, we have everything we need. I was gonna use that on the train to see if it worked, but it didn't. So we have all the necessary materials for what I wanted to do here. I'm gonna need 3 linear chassis, a sticky mechanical piston. Actually, I think a sticky mechanical piston is enough, and 3 iron blocks. I think we're gonna use iron blocks for this. I might change up the block later. Sorry, not 3. 9. We could use polished. 9 polished iron blocks. Piston extension poles, which we also add over here somewhere. A lever. Redstone links. So I'm gonna need to mix a bunch of transmitters, which we need lightning rods. Hopefully a stack will be have enough. Now these. Yes, we do. And redstone links will make like 22. We don't need that many. We just need like 2, I think, or 1 even. No, 2. But yeah. So we're gonna have. Okay. I don't do that. I barely ever did this. I tried this once, so I'm not sure if I can get this accurately. I'm gonna hide the mechanism in the wall, of course. I believe I need something like this to place this here. Yeah. We are gonna need a way to supply power to it, which is kind of the issue right now because I don't have any power. I guess we're just gonna make like a water wheel somewhere here. All right. So one of these. Then I kind of just connect everything to it, like right here. Make sure it's like hidden in the wall though, which is why we're making it like this. So this will be the wall. Now we need, respectively, I believe, 3 piston extension poles, because we're making it go 3 blocks. At least I think that's how it works. Now we're gonna need to supply power to it. How do I power it? I think I can change it. No, I can't. We gotta obtain power somehow to it. Which direction is it? Okay, hold on. I gotta do a little more testing. Where did my piston thing go? There it is. So how does it work? Extension pulls on that. On the sides, it's the power. Which is a bit of a problem because I want. Wait, can I place it like in a way that makes it so? I want this to be on the top though. We can't do that, can we? The things will always be on the side. Okay, I'm not gonna do the entire system yet. I might need to change it a little bit. But just to test it out, we're gonna test it with just some... Oh my god, seriously. Wait, now it works? Wait a second. Oh, we got it working. Never mind, I guess you can do that, which is good, because, I mean, it's better that way. Because otherwise, what's the point of hiding this in the wall if we're not gonna be able to hide it, because we need power from outside. So now we can supply power from above, which just means we gotta place some power over here. Which is still gonna be very scuffed, because we need to bring it from elsewhere. For now, we're just gonna use a hand crank. Should still work. Now we need a way to invert it, which is why... Oh my god. I broke it. Okay. So back to it. We have it that way. I think we need to... Yeah, we need to change it from here. So now we have that. We want to do... few specific things with it. We're gonna need to have a lever here, and again this will be a redstone link though. Actually, let's try out the redstone link idea. Actually no, we can't, because the idea with this would be always be running. Either it would always be running over there or it would always be retracting. When you activate the redstone link, it will make it so the direction inverts for a little while and it opens the door. And when it opens the door, you can enter. And then automatically, after a while, it will effectively close the door because the redstone signal is no longer on. It will no longer revert the direction. But for that, we need to always be clicking on it, and we can't. So it should still function the way I'm thinking, I hope. But we will only be able to test out the door itself. We cannot test out the redstone, I'm afraid. But the way this would work is the switch. Do I have it? It's called the gear shift. We might not have it. Alright, hold on. There it is. So we'd want a gear shift on top. And this is what's gonna change directions. Now we'd have the redstone link in here, but because we don't have power yet, I'm just gonna place a lever for testing. The lever would be on by default. For the redstone links, you can always invert it. We'd have this here. Well, wait a second. I am gonna need to super glue this. I guess I can't break through the wall to do that. That's fine. So once we break temporarily through this, to reveal this temporarily, I can glue this together, and I think when it happens, it should basically bring that other thing along. So now, if we activate the lever, it should move. But wait, we need power as well. So technically when we do this, oh, there we go. So now the door is closed. If we, however, revert to the redstone signal, and this would always be on because there'd always be power, the door would open. So now you could walk through, and I need to, hide the rest. So I probably use more of those iron blocks to hide the rest, but yeah. And there'd always be power. So because of that, it would, let's say, I think there's something called a pulse extender in Create. Yeah, this would make it so it holds for a few seconds. No using complicated vanilla redstone. Heck yes, we hate that. At least I hate it. Then after a while, the redstone signal would go off, and because it's always powered, by default, it would close the door. That's kind of the idea. I kind of like that idea, honestly. So yeah, but it's gonna stay perpetually open until I basically feel like adding power on the nearby room, because it's not gonna be on this room. But yeah. Anyways, I'm kind of done with this game. I'm gonna BRB and take a break. I don't know if I'm gonna play anything after. Do I want? I kind of want to try ToF on stream. I don't know if today or tomorrow though. All right, if I do try it, we'll do it on a different stream. Yeah. So yeah. Actually, no, I still want to try the pulse accelerator. So you know what? I'm not gonna end the stream. So it's probably not. I'm not gonna try ToF for long. I just want to log on and see if I can get straight to the space stuff. But I don't know how long that takes. So I mean, I would be doing a 30-minute stream or something. There's no point. I still want to try the accelerator. I nearly forgot the AE2 card to speed stuff up. So yeah, I'll just be right back and take a break. I'll be back in like 20-30 minutes. Alright, I'm back. And earlier than planned, I know. But actually, I figured it out. I don't want to really do ToF right now. Probably not today. If it is, yeah, probably not today. I'll leave it at that. It's a possibility, a most likelihood. That's all I'm gonna say because I mean my mood changes, and I mean I don't really have a time limit. So, anyways, accelerator card. I think that's the last thing I'm gonna do, and I think we'll call it a day for MC at least. So, it is on applied energistics, and it is right here. Now I want to see how do you craft it and how does it work. Depending on the device being upgraded with it, either will increase the speed at which the device operates or allow the device to carry out more operations in one go. In the case of the molecular symbol, what the heck is that? A full set of 5 cards reduces the time taken for the image fulfill craft from 1 second with no cards to 1 tick. Wow, that's like 1/20th of a second, I think. I think at 26 to 1 second, so that's crazy. So these are good, needless to say. So can I craft them easily? Okay, I mean that's pretty doable. I'm pretty sure we're out of iron, so we're gonna need to get more, but that's doable. Okay. We need ourselves a temp pad, so you can teleport back to spawn more easily. Home. Alright. Is there a teleport pad, by the way? No. Because we had those on ATM10, and they were pretty useful. Because I could have one in the laboratory and one at home, and basically it would run automatically. Wait a second, I think we can stop this. Oh my god, what a mess. We had 64 in there. Either way, I'm just gonna disable the spawner since it's, oh my god, 30 levels. Disable the spawner. Should be disabled, right? Oh wait a second, that one cannot be disabled. Only one way to do it then. Break it. Or place lights on here, actually that's a good idea. Mega Torch ought to fix that. Yep, there we go. Problem solved. And I'll place more mega torches on the outside, so they can't spawn here. I know I shouldn't be wasting mega torches, but there we go. Alright. Back to the, oh god. Gonna get rid of all this. Alright, back to what I was doing. What was that? Oh, iron, right. I am so... my memory... It's not even my memory. I think I just lose focus because I get distracted so easily. Alright. Good enough. Let's do that. I'm not gonna need that much quartz. Another iron. Now, hopefully I can make advanced cards. Gonna try to make... 16. And now with flux crystals I can make acceleration cards. Let me make like 9. No, actually no, I'll just make the entire 16. I can always make more of the other. So, for example, right here, we print silicon in this machine. Looks like it's done, so we don't have to worry about that. But also right here we do other stuff, and clearly we're out of redstone, so that's a separate issue. But let me fix that right now. And also I might need another chest here. That would surely be useful. There we go. So we're out of redstone, so we grab some redstone. Makes sense. Grab a few of these. Yeah, that's good enough. So I put that in there. And now it should technically be working again. But it's kind of slow, right? So what it looks like it's 4 slots. If I do this. Oh, look at that. Problem solved. This was one of the things that would limit my progress the most besides Certus quartz, which I've kind of increased it, and redstone. But I've increased production. So now I should be able to upgrade my storage system quite a lot faster. Which, as you've seen, I have gotten most of my stuff back in here. And I got some extra slots. I have fixed the mess that was, well, besides that, but that's my farm, so that's normal. But I fixed the mess that went up to 16, so that's fixed. This was just to remove the drives that had like the lower drives. I've emptied them out. I don't forgot where I placed them, but I have them somewhere. So those are not gonna be used on my main storage system. They're all gonna be 64K or above. The only thing I have left to do are the stuff back at home, my original base. There is still stuff in these chests that I need to move over, as well as in these chests that I also need to move over. Besides that, everything is in my storage already, so we're making really good progress. But it was kind of slow. I mean, I would just AFK through the whole thing, but even then, I feel like it was a little bit too slow. So this will help me a lot as well. And then once everything storage-wise is sorted, we can actually get more into more stuff and start building my main base, which I might start off stream because most of the building I really need to get my ideas going. But then we can get into more A2 and stuff on stream, probably on my main base. But I'm just sorting storage out as well. But yeah, I mean, this is working pretty well, honestly. We ran out, so I mean that is done. Anyways, I'm gonna log off soon, so I don't really need to do anything right now. But once I'm back, I can do more stuff here with these acceleration cards. I'll place them here as well. They do get pretty fast, honestly. I like that. All right. What is that weird sound? I think it's from my headphones. I'll just turn off the PC forbidden restart. Should get fixed. All right, I'm gonna leave it here though. Just check. Yeah, the train's over there. I like how it says unnamed train by track station, by still saying that track station. And if we go over there, you'll see the train once it loads in. Look at that. This thing is crazy. Okay, I can make it better maybe. Maybe I'll upgrade it. Probably not on this one though. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna end it here though. Thank you all for watching. And yeah, ToF, I mean, I'll still try it on stream, the 5.0 update, but I'm probably not gonna do it today. Probably, keyword. I mean, if I feel like doing it later at night, I guess I maybe, but it's unlikely. So probably not today. Anyways, I'm gonna end it here for now though. Thank you all, and thank you, Ami, for coming to stream, and peace.